You know that feeling when someone casually mentions they have $1 million saved for retirement, and you wonder if you're the only one who's completely behind? Like when financial advisors throw around, "You need at least $1 million," and you're sitting there with $47,000 thinking you failed at life. There's a specific statistic that will either terrify you or comfort you, and most people have no idea this number even exists. Financial Instagram will show you 30-year-olds with 7-figure portfolios. Reddit Personal Finance is full of people claiming they're on track to retire millionaires. But here's the thing, they're not telling you. It's almost all BS. Only 10% of Americans actually have $1 million saved for retirement. 10%. That means 90% of people don't have it. 90% are in the same boat as you. That $1 million retirement? It's not normal. It's exceptional. And the people who do have it, they're not posting on social media about their budgeting hacks.
They're quietly wealthy, while everyone else is performing wealth online.
If you're someone who wants to understand who actually has money saved versus who's just pretending, hit that subscribe button, because what I'm about to show you will completely change how you think about retirement. Now, before we dive into who these millionaire retirees actually are, let me ask you something. When you see someone talking about their retirement savings online, what's your first reaction? Maybe you feel inadequate, like you should have started earlier, like you're the only one who's behind. But here's what actually happens in the real world. There are certain wealth statistics that shatter the internet illusion. Only 10% of Americans have $1 million saved. But here's the breakdown that's even more brutal. Ages 35 to 44. Only 2% have $1 million saved. Ages 45 to 54. Only 6% have $1 million saved. Ages 55 to 64. Only 13% have $1 million saved. Ages 65 plus. Only 18% have $1 million saved. Even among people,
Actually, AT retirement age, only 1 in 5 has $1 million. Most people, the median retirement savings by age 65 is $164,000. Not $1 million, not $500,000, $164,000. Think about this for a second. You've been seeing posts about 25-year-olds with $200,000 saved and feeling like garbage about yourself. But statistically, that person doesn't exist in meaningful numbers. Here's where it gets really interesting. The 10% who do have $1 million saved, they're not who you think. They're not the flashy Instagram finance influencers driving Teslas. They're usually 60 plus years old who've been saving for 40 years. High earners who max out retirement accounts. People who inherited money and invested it. Business owners who sold their companies. People who got lucky with stock options or real estate. Notice what's missing from that list. Normal people saving $500 monthly from their teaching salary. It's possible to build $1 million slowly, but the vast majority of retirement millionaires either earned a lot, inherited money, or got a windfall. This isn't to discourage you. It's to give you realistic expectations. Here's something that will probably make you feel better and worse at the same time. Social media is full of lies about retirement savings. That 28-year-old who posted their $300,000 net worth, they either inherited it, include home equity they can't access, are lying, work in tech, making $250,000 yearly, but they present it like anyone can do it if you just stop buying lattes. Meanwhile, you're making $60,000, saving $400 monthly, and feeling like a failure because you're not a millionaire at 30. Stop comparing yourself to fictional people. The real comparison is this. The median American household has $87,000 saved by age 60. If you have more than $87,000 saved, you're doing better than average, not worse. Let's talk about what it actually takes to save $1 million. Starting at 25, saving $500 monthly at 8% return. You'll hit $1 million at 62. That's 37 years of consistent saving, never missing a month, never dipping into it. Perfect execution. How many 25-year-olds are saving $500 monthly? Almost none. Most people start seriously saving in their 30s or 40s after having kids, buying houses, and dealing with life. Starting at 35, saving $500 monthly, you'll have $745,000 at 65, not $1 million. To hit $1 million starting at 35, you'd need to save $850 monthly. Starting at 45, you'd need to save $2,000 monthly to hit $1 million by 65. Starting at 55, you'd need to save $6,200 monthly. These aren't realistic numbers for most people. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. Income matters more than budgeting. You can cut lattes, pack lunches, and cancel Netflix all you want. But if you're making $45,000 yearly, you're not becoming a retirement millionaire through frugality alone. The people with 7-figure retirement accounts usually had 6-figure incomes for most of their
careers. They weren't just disciplined with money, they made a lot of it. A teacher making $55,000 who saves 15% yearly will have around $500,000 at retirement after 30 years. A software engineer making $150,000 who saves 15% yearly will have around $1,350,000 after 30 years. Same savings rate, wildly different outcomes. Let's see what different income levels can realistically save. Making $50,000 yearly, saving 15%, saving $625 monthly. After 30 years at 8%, $925,000. Close, but not quite $1 million. Making $75,000 yearly, saving 15%, saving $938 monthly. After 30 years at 8%, $1,387,000. You made it. Making $100,000 yearly, saving 15%, saving $1,250 monthly. After 30 years at 8%, $1,850,000. Well over $1 million. Notice the pattern? The $1 million retirement isn't about extreme discipline. It's about earning enough to save enough. Here's what kills most people's retirement dreams: lifestyle inflation. You start your career making $45,000. You save $300 monthly. 5 years later,
making $65,000, still saving $300 monthly. 10 years later, making $85,000, still saving $300 monthly. Where did the extra $40,000 yearly go? Nicer apartment, better car, more restaurants, more stuff. Your income doubled. Your savings stayed flat. This is why high earners often don't have $1 million saved either. Let me tell you about the few people who actually do build 7 figures on normal incomes. Meet Janet, teacher, makes $58,000, started saving at 24. She drives a 2008 Honda, lives in a modest apartment, takes budget vacations, maxes out her 403b, saves $800 monthly for 35 years. At 59, she has $1,100,000. But here's what nobody mentions. She never had kids, never bought a house, never had a medical emergency, never lost her job. Perfect execution for 35 years. How many people can pull that off? Almost none. Most people who retire comfortably don't have $1 million. They have $300,000 to $500,000 plus Social Security, plus a paid-off house. And they live fine. Not traveling Europe first class, but not eating cat food either. The $1 million retirement is a goal, not a requirement. Here's what you actually need. If you spend $40,000 yearly in retirement, you need $600,000 saved. Using 4% rule, getting $24,000 yearly plus $20,000 Social Security. If you spend $50,000 yearly, you need $1 million saved. If you spend $30,000 yearly, you need $400,000 saved. Most people can retire comfortably with $500,000 to $750,000 if they're smart about it. Stop chasing the $1 million dream if it's not realistic for your income. Instead, do this. Step 1. Calculate your actual target. Multiply your expected annual retirement spending by 15 to 20. That's your realistic goal. Spending $35,000 yearly? Need $525,000 to $700,000. Step 2. Start where you are. Don't wait until you can save $1,000 monthly. Save $100 monthly starting today. Over 30 years, that's $149,000. Not $1 million, but not zero. Step 3. Increase with raises. Every time you get a raise, increase.
Retirement savings by half that amount. Get a $5,000 raise? Increase savings by $2,500 yearly. Step 4. Ignore social media. Stop comparing yourself to fictional millionaires online. Compare yourself to the median American. $87,000 saved by 60. If you're doing better than that, you're winning. The $1 million retirement is not normal. It's exceptional. It requires either high income, perfect execution, or both. Stop feeling bad that you don't have it. Start focusing on what you can build. $500,000 is achievable. $750,000 is realistic. $1 million is possible with effort. But if you end up with $400,000 and a paid-off house, you're fine. Only 10% have $1 million saved. That means 90% don't. You're not failing. You're normal. The people posting their net worth on Reddit, they're the exception, not the rule. The ones who are actually wealthy, they're not posting at all. Instead of comparing yourself to millionaires, compare yourself to actual statistics. Median savings by age 40, $45,000. Median savings by age 50, $117,000. Median savings by age 60, $164,000. If you have more than these amounts, you're ahead of most Americans. Not behind, ahead. Most people will never have $1 million saved. And most people will still retire. They'll live on Social Security, plus whatever they saved, plus maybe a pension or part-time work. It's not luxurious, but it's life. The $1 million retirement is sold as the minimum. It's not. It's the gold standard that only 10% achieve. You have two options. Option A, feel terrible because you'll never hit $1 million. Give up. Save nothing. Option B, accept reality. Save what you can. Build what you can. Retire on what you have. Option A leads to $0 at retirement. Option B leads to $300,000, $500,000, maybe more. Which would you rather have? Stop chasing fictional millionaires on social media. Stop comparing yourself to the 10%. Start comparing yourself to the median. If you're saving anything consistently, you're winning. Open your retirement account today. Don't increase it to $1,000 monthly. Increase it by $50. Then next year, increase it by another $50. Small, consistent progress beats perfection. You won't have $1 million, but you'll have something. And something beats nothing every single time. Your 70-year-old self doesn't need you to be in the 10%. They just need you to be better than the 50% who have almost nothing. Start today. Save something. Anything. The $1 million retirement is a myth for most people, but a comfortable retirement, that's achievable. Stop chasing myths. Start building reality.